Yeah, no, I mean, you kind of get hit there and wonder if something's broken, and next thing you know, you're getting stitched up and going right back out there. So I think I only missed 8 or 10 minutes, so it wasn't too bad.
Just looking ahead to this 4-game homestand, just how important is it for the team at this point?
Yeah, no, it's huge. I think obviously we got a busy schedule on the road, December and January, so it'd be nice to enjoy some time at home and hopefully get some big wins.
And tonight, Detroit, just what kind of test do they pose for the team overall?
Yeah, no, they're a really good team. So obviously it's a huge 4-point game for us tonight, them being just in front of us in the standings. So it's always a good one against these guys, and we're looking forward to it.
Like the visor back in practice, will you go back to the visor for the game tonight or with the cage?
Yeah, I think I'll go visor. I couldn't really see out of that cage, so lost the puck a few times where I don't usually lose it, and it's kind of pissing me off. So I had to go back to the visor. Yeah.
You seem to have like a pretty good appreciation for the history of the game, like with the pizza line being honored beforehand here tonight. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's going to be super cool. I mean, I watched my first NHL game here when I was 12 years old. My uncle Dennis took me and my cousin Dean up, and we each got a stick after the morning skate. I got Spetz's stick, still got it in my room in my parents' house, and I think my cousin Dean got Chris Kelly's, and he was using it in road hockey like a week later. So, no, I kept mine safe. Yeah.
Have they, have you chatted with him since you've joined the Ottawa Senators? I know he's been all over, Jason Spezza, but have you had a conversation with him and revisited that moment with him?
I actually went for dinner with him a few summers ago, a few of us, but I never brought that up to him. But maybe I have a picture of me and him, and maybe I'll tell him that tonight.
Chirped at all for wearing your visor, your cage by the team?
No, a guy I know on the other team was wondering why I was wearing it. I said I took a slap shot to the face last night, and he just kind of said fair enough. So no, there wasn't too many chirps. Yeah.
At the end of practice yesterday, Travis Green said he wanted you guys to be ultra competitive. Is there a mindset you guys are going into this game with, given that you guys want to make a push here?
No, for sure. I think when you approach a game and everyone in this locker room is, competing at the highest they can compete, I think it's a tough team to beat, and we've showed that at times this year. It's just about bringing that every single night. So hopefully we can do that throughout this homestand and build off it.
And Drake, what can you say also about Adam Gaudette's play? Just how many goals he scored this year?
Yeah, no, unbelievable. Watched him come through college and obviously play with him a few years ago. And last year he set a goal record, I think, in Springfield. So I know he's got a history of putting the puck in the net, and I think he's just doing his thing and showing that he can do it here.
How much is it talked about? His shooting percentage is off the charts right now. How much is that discussed in the group?
Yeah, I know if I was him, I'd be throwing everything on the cage right now, I think. But super pumped for him and his family, and hopefully he can keep doing that for us.
It's a lot of pride. There's a lot of happiness as well. It's something that very few people are chosen to do, obviously, especially on the goalie side as well. We were only 3 guys, so for me, it's a very special thing and something to look forward to.
Is there extra motivation in the next couple of months to push to start some games for Team Sweden?
No, I wouldn't say so. I don't play to impress someone for the national team or anything like that. I try to go out there every night and impress and play for the crest, for the Ottawa Senators. And then when February rolls around and we're putting on the 3 crowns, that's when that matters the most. And that's a long time in the future. So I don't really, you like to come in with a good feeling, obviously a lot of confidence, but it's too far in the future to be even thinking about it.
What was your reaction to hearing that Daniel Alfredsson will be on the bench?
I thought it was a little bit of a no-brainer to me. Hall of Famer, he brings in a lot of wisdom and one on both, on an international level as well, so he knows what to expect, and someone that you can rely on when it comes to certain things, and a lot of hockey IQ, I would say, a lot of smartness to his game, and obviously he's played with a couple of guys as well, the older generation in the team, so I think it would be fun for them as well to see him again.
Do you have any memories of Sweden winning gold in 2006?
Oh yeah, I know exactly where I was. So no, that was big. I remember the whole game almost because it was such a monumental thing. And then I was 13 at the time, and hockey was a lot of fun. And it's not often you get to see all the very best hockey players in the world compete against each other, especially during the Olympics. And then playing in a finals as well. Like I think a lot of people, if not everyone that enjoys hockey, was watching that game, and so seeing it come down, there was a couple of crucial moments in the game that I still remembers, and it's a lot of fun to reminisce about it.
And where were you?
I was back home at a friend's house watching it.
Do you have a sense, like, from the players, like, here now that'll be involved in it, like, the level of anticipation or excitement for something that we just haven't seen for a while in any type of format?
I think you have to ask people that was a part of that World Cup last time to kind of understand what the anticipation is. Personally, I haven't been a part of a lot of World Championships or international stage tournaments. So for me, it's going to be a new thing. It's going to be an exciting thing because obviously when you're trying something new or being a part of something that hasn't been done before or haven't been done in a lot of years, it's a lot of excitement coming into it. And so there's a lot of things to look forward to.
Are you going to trash talk Brady Tkachuk in that locker room?
Buddy, he'll sucker punch me out of the blue if I do that. So no, I'm not going to do that. There's a lot, like I said, I stay away from chirping and saying different things to people on the ice because I feel like it's, if I do that and then they go out and score or whatever, they always get the best out of me. So it's always a losing fight for me, obviously. But there might be a wink in here and there for certain players if I have the opportunity to play.
It's a huge honor. I think I wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for the guys in this room, staff, coaches, management, family and friends. And I think an individual's accolades it's not really about them. It's about the people around them that's helped them get to where they're at. So, my gratitude and thanks goes to everybody that's helped me along the way.
I'll assume that you knew days ago or whatever. What was the chatter like with you and Matthew when you both found out?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to make it a big deal, and it was pretty cool seeing it on TV last night. But I found out a couple of days ago, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. Talking with Matthew about it and just getting all excited. We know it's still a little bit of ways away, but it's something that we've dreamt of doing and be able to share the ice, but just more importantly, share 2 weeks of being on the same team. It's going to be really special.
Has any trash talking started with Linus?
Not yet. No, not yet. Just the congrats to each other, and but yeah, we're gonna focus on this team here and for next 2 months, and when that happens, then it's gonna go back to how it was last year when we were on different teams.
Brady, you talked a lot about anticipation of playing on the same team with your brother, but what about potentially on the same line?
I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what they got planned. I mean, there's just so many guys that that'll be awesome to play with. So, I mean, if it happens to work out, it's going to be pretty special, and but we'll have to wait and see.
Were there any names on the roster that you were excited to be reunited with or play with for the first time?
Well, just know so many guys throughout the years. A lot of those guys played on the '97 U.S. team with that I was watching with Matthew growing up, and then of course Quinn Hughes is a great friend of mine, and Jake Ottinger I played at BU with. So there's probably missing a couple guys, but I'm really excited just to get to know guys that I haven't played with yet, and to represent your country is going to be pretty special.
Brady, you mentioned a couple of years ago that you got to skip school to go to the Olympics in 2006 and watch your dad. I know this is a little bit different, but how long have you been imagining a moment where you get to play a best-on-best tournament for your country?
I mean, it's just you grow up, it's Stanley Cup and winning a gold medal. So those are the two goals, and I mean, I think I've dreamt of playing an event like this since I was a little kid, and I know it's still a long ways away, but can't help just be super excited about it.
Did your dad ever talk to you guys about like that World Cup in '96? It would have been. Any stories ever come?
Not really. From there, I know growing up, there's pictures, moments, memories of after they won and in the locker room that we've seen around the house. But I mean, just throughout the years, I remember 06 kind of well, and just hearing stories throughout the years, and it's actually funny. I remember going into World Juniors. That was what our coach talked about, was how the '96 World Cup changed the game for USA Hockey and for kids in the U.S. and stuff like that. And so I think this is a perfect opportunity to grow the game even more. That kids who haven't been introduced to hockey in the U.S. and worldwide as well. That it'll be a fun tournament, and fun event to maybe become a hockey fan after.
How do you balance excitement for this Four Nations face-off, but also the job at hand that has to be done with the Senators?
I mean, I think even at the start of this year, knowing it could potentially happen, it was something in the back of your mind. But I mean, first and foremost is this locker room, and I don't think that's going to change with it coming out. It's still the priority has always been to win here and to win with this group, and to focus on day in and day out and not look too far ahead.
We almost classify this homestand as critical.
I mean, every game's critical, and every opportunity shift. You have to have that mindset that you need to be at your best every shift, but to be honest with you, I didn't even know we had a homestand until yesterday that we were here for a bit. So I think it's just we're focused on one day at a time, focus on just the opportunity and task at hand tonight, and it's a division game, and it's a big game.
And some chatter about you playing wing and center, and I know we've talked to you about this, but how are you feeling more comfortable if you're going to be playing center?
Yeah, I don't even know where I'm playing, but getting more comfortable. Obviously, I've played center my whole life, but getting more comfortable with the wing.
How is it feeling going into a game not knowing where you're going to be playing? Is that normal?
Well, I figured yesterday was just with the lines, so I think that's what it is, but yeah.
Okay. How has it also been, there's been a lot of line shuffles. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, obviously guys are more comfortable playing with certain guys, but obviously we need to string some wins together and kind of get going through just whatever you're comfortable with, so yeah.
What's been the biggest adjustment, I guess, playing wing more so this year as opposed to other years?
I think the biggest part is just wall work with me, kind of the D zone when you get the puck. Obviously something where I need to work on, and I think it's getting better throughout the year here.
Where would you say your game's at now going into this homestand?
It's coming. I think I got a lot better. I think obviously some things I can work on, so hopefully I can get going.
What are some of the things you're looking to improve at this stage of the season?
Just mental mistakes, I think, is a big thing for me. I got to stay in it a little bit more, just certain mistakes, timely mistakes. But I think I can get a little bit more confident with the puck and start making a little bit more plays.
Is there a mental adjustment you have to make when you move center to wing and back, and maybe you're moving lines? Is part of it just in your head, just trying to adjust everything?
I guess a little bit, yeah. But you just try to prepare as best you can and take whatever the game can give you.
Your sister's going to be in town tomorrow. Is she staying with you? How's that working?
Not staying with me. I'm sure they got a hotel and she'll do her thing to prepare for the game, but I'm excited to watch. I haven't watched her in about probably 8-9 years, so I'm excited to be able to watch her live.
What do you expect that's going to be like for you sitting in the stands watching her play at the Canadian Tire Center?
Different, for sure. I got my parents are here, so or my mom at least, so I'm excited to watch with her.
What's her journey been like from your perspective in hockey?
A lot of ups and downs. She obviously transferred to Colgate last year, or 3 years ago, and she kind of found some success there. So, and then getting drafted to Montreal was pretty cool. So, hopefully she can kind of climb the ladder there and see where it goes.
Has she shared with you what it means for her to be getting paid to play professional hockey? What that means?
We haven't talked about it much, but I'm sure she's pretty happy about that. She can play the sport she loves and able to make a little dough with it. Have
you given her any advice?
Not a lot. I think she knows what she's doing. Obviously, it's a little bit different game than us, but she's a good pro and she's can handle herself fine.
I like these division games, this rivalry game here, and the importance of it.
Yeah, obviously it's a big game. We'll try to prepare as best we can for these guys and kind of go from there.
Just one for me. Any changes to your lineup here tonight?
Linus is starting tonight. As far as that's about as much as we'll say.
Matt Powell's still with the team?
Yep.
Okay. Will he start practicing tomorrow?
He skated this morning.
And you won't tell us any decisions on where Greig might play?
No.
Find out at the game time. A number of your players, or two of them, were named to the Four Nations rosters. Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, just tell me about your thoughts on both Brady and Linus, and how it feels to have them named.
Yeah, it's awesome. First of all, I mean, obviously excited for them. A very prestigious tournament. Anytime you get named to represent your country, it's a huge honor. And excited for both of them. Happy for both of them. I'm sure they are too.
Safe to assume it's not going to change any way you coach or anything based on them being named to the team. Nothing, like they said, it wasn't going to be a distraction either. But
No, not at all.
Danny Alfredson's pretty young in his coaching career. Gets the nod with Team Sweden. Pretty safe to say that they made a good call there.
Yeah, Alfie's been a great addition to our staff. Not surprising that Team Sweden has asked him to coach on their staff, and I think he'll do a great job. Obviously, knowing the NHL, knowing the players over here, but also system-wise, he's a smart guy.
when you ended practice yesterday, you said something about being ultra competitive, and with this being
You guys hear everything, huh? I'm trying to whisper out there now.
But yeah, you use that term, ultra competitive. Given that this is going to be a divisional game, just what's the importance of this game tonight?
Well, there's lots of different things you can talk about. Every game's important. Like you said, divisional game. Both teams scrapping and clawing to get wins. But we've got to bring our game first and foremost. And both teams are going to try to win the game. But it's an important game. Back from a road trip, lots of things you could talk about. But ultimately, we want to get the win at the end of the day.